All right. So what else did you see?
So the other one is a documentary, and if you thought we were done with cancer, you could not be more wrong.
All right, lay it on me, man.
So this is one that made my short list because it is about two poets who are in a relationship, but one of them is dealing with an incurable cancer diagnosis.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry I put these movies together on the bill.
Yeah. So Come See Me in the Good Light is about Colorado poet laureate Andrea Gibson and their partner Meg Falley. Megan Falley is a writer, poet, turned editor, but she's now working on her book. And Andrea Gibson is a poet who, again, is the Colorado's like poet laureate and was a rock star back in the days of slam poetry. So they toured the country doing their poetry in front of people with Maggie Estep, who I'm a big fan of, and I saw Estep's name in the credits, and I was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. And I pulled out my book and read it later. I also looked up a lot of Andrea Gibson's poetry, and their poetry is amazing. But what happens, the reason that they're being followed by a documentary team directed by Ryan White, is Andrea Gibson is fighting ovarian cancer. Originally, they were given a 2-year life expectancy, but they fought past that. And that was in early 2021. I'm happy to say that as of this taping, Andrea is still with us. Undimmable spirit, like indefatigable. They're a fighter, and they fight and they fight. There are so many. There's a lot of humor in the film that they find. They find the humor in their conversations.
Is it sort of gallows humor like in the previous movie?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yes. It's a terminal diagnosis. So
sweet
yes.
Jesus.
But they're working towards a final hurrah. And their idea is to get back on stage and do poetry again. And so they mount production at the Paramount Theater in Denver. Tig Notaro opens for them.
Cool.
They go out, they do their poetry, and we get snippets of it as we're watching the film. One of the really beautiful moments, Andrea was rehearsing their poetry before the show because the chemo and the radiation affect your vision and your memory. So Andrea was like, well, what if I forget my poems? Oh, I can watch them on a monitor. Well, what if my vision goes out? So they're practicing their poetry, and at one point they're reciting one of their poems, and Megan's right next to them, and Megan starts speaking it along with them. And because Megan is such a fan of their work, that Megan has it memorized.
Oh, wow.
And now they're saying it together. It's this gorgeous moment. And there were so many really great moments in this film about relationships. It was really about their relationship that I thought was amazing. One of the two things that Andrea says, one, they say to the confessional camera when Megan isn't there, and one they say to Megan. And the thing that they said to the confessional camera was, the thing I'm really worried about leaving this world is not being there to comfort Megan as she has to go through this. And then the thing that Andrea says to Megan is, another thing that really bums me out about leaving this world is I'm going to go to the other side, and the only person I want to talk about that with is you. I can't wait to grab you and go, you got to see what's over here. So it's their relationship is so inspiring and so real and so raw. And if you haven't checked out Andrea Gibson's poetry, it is amazing. There's this poem. It is called Acceptance Letter for Receiving the Guinness World Record in Goosebumps. And it is an amazing piece of poetry. But yes, this film did win an award that I did not write down. But I think it was the festival favorite. Audience voted festival favorite. So people sat down, they watched this movie, and they're like, that was a damn good movie.
This is the BTRP Media Network.